Good morning. It's Wednesday morning on the, I think it's the 7th, I'll probably correct it if I'm wrong, of February. It's a gorgeous morning, sun-wise. It is cold, I think it's about 6 degrees, but it is really nice and warm when you stood in the sun. So I've come to the allotment to do as much as I can whilst we've got the dry weather, because apparently we've got snow coming Thursday, Friday. So I've come up, I've just potted some rose, what are they called? Rose roots, I guess, rose plants that I got from the £2 shop or pound shop, and I've just put them in a mix, a special mix of what they call sewage cake. I'm going to do another video on that, and compost. So I've just potted them on, but I didn't really video it because it's literally soil put in a pot and dump the blooming rose bushes in. So they're potted on. What I have got is something interesting called yacon, and I'm going to show you them now. So here I am in the greenhouse, and I'm going to show you the yacon that I've just got through the post, and I bought them on eBay. And I think it was Gardener's World I might have seen them on, and I was quite intrigued. Oh no, actually it wasn't. It was Beech Grove, or it might have been both. And now the yacon grows to maybe 5 foot tall. It's a member of the dahlia family, so it produces tubers. And when you slice the tubers up, they're like a bit like chestnuts, water chestnuts. And you can also make them into a syrup. They're very, very sweet. You can use them as a sugar substitute. So I've bought 5 tubers. They're very tiny, 5 cuttings, but they do spread, and they're the guy actually was really good, and he's put like an information sheet in, and what it says is basically plant them about 1 metre apart, so you can imagine how big the plants are going to be, and how big the rhizomes could be. There's also a really interesting YouTube channel, and they've done a big piece on the yacon, so it's worth having a search, even though I'm telling you to go look at another YouTube channel. It's all about growing your knowledge base. So I'll show you these. So they were sent in a little bag, and he said plant them straight away. Keep them in bright and warm circumstances. Not mega warm, but just not out in the cold. So I'm just going to take a little look now. So they are very much like little tubers. He said be very careful. So little chunks, but because it's got like that little nub on it, that little nub on it, that's where it'll grow from. And I presume that as well. So I'm going to plant that in a pot, and he said to plant it out when the last frost has been, and wait until the plant itself is about 5 or 6 inches tall. So that's what I'm going to do. There's that one there. There's I think he sent me maybe about 6, but you can see they're just like little, they are members of the dahlia family, like I've said, so they do create tubers. But the good thing about these is they should create massive tubers to eat this year, but they'll also create lots of those, so you can get new plants. So these are kind of an investment. I think I paid maybe about £13 for these 5, but hopefully, if all being well, and hopefully if these grow like I want them to grow, I should get about another 5 cuttings off each plant later on in the year, because you harvest them no later than December, I think. And they do get sweeter when they've been brought in and taken down and chopped, brought out with the cold, basically. So yeah, so I'm going to pop these up now, and then I'm going to crack on outside, because I don't know if you can hear the birds singing. The birds are singing, and it's absolutely glorious out there. So yeah, there we go. I'm planting yacon today. So I've been here a couple of hours now, and this is what I've done basically. I've just been tidying, so I know it's not totally this wet, but I don't have a dustpan and brush. I've only got a dustpan. I haven't done all them onions on there, that's for another day. But I've swept and tidied up. I've got my compost under there. I've got my vermiculite, and begins with a P. What's it called? Perlite under there. That tub there is my tub of sort of, it's all the bits and bobs that I've just swept up, but it's still usable and mixingable with other things. So that's in there. And when I've been sieving out my compost, I've put it into there, so it can still be used, but maybe for things like, say if I was potting up some bushes or whatever, I could use it in there. There's also a tub under there which is the sewage cake, which I will talk to you about another time, but that's in there. I've got a greenhouse heater there, but I just, obviously, that's for another year, not today. There's a rubbish bag under there, but I'm leaving it there, it's not full. These three at the back are tree lilies, peach tree lilies. They've not started coming up yet, as far as I can tell, but they're having the other greenhouse, but that's what they are. These here had cosmos in them last year. I potted them up and never planted them out, and I've just snipped the tops off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. Probably just tip them all into a bucket and mix in with some fresh compost and maybe some chicken pellets or something. As you can see now, these onions are proper kicking off. There's loads coming through, and I actually pulled one up by accident and the roots on it were crazy, just absolutely massive. I underestimated the root system. In fact, I'm just going to take it back up because it was an accident. So I pulled this accidentally up. Look at that! If you can see that. And that's not even started coming up yet. Look at all them roots. So yeah, that's pretty unbelievable. So I'm just going to bury him back under there, and I'll do it in a minute off camera, but I'll pop him back in. But yeah, all of these are coming through. I can feel that we've all got little, you know, look, there, there. They're all coming up. Little snapdragons again, I featured last time. I think that's a lupin. Sweet peas that are two-leggy. Can't remember what they are, but I think they were kind of sedum, maybe. I've got 7 broad beans now and 1 potential at the back. I dug up the rest and they're all gone rotten. I think that's a sprout. I haven't got rid of it. This here is an aquilegia, which I thought had died, and it's all coming back. It's all coming back to me. Sorry, I didn't need that. But yeah, aquilegia, and then sweet peas, which are in there. And then I've got these little cabbages. I can't bother to open that, but yeah, you get the idea. So it's a bit tidier, and I feel a bit better working in there now. So that's been what I've done today. It's absolutely glorious. If I just pan round, it doesn't look like it is, but it is. It's lovely. Other thing I've done is I've actually trimmed this is a pond plant, and as you can see, I've accidentally trimmed that because I'm rubbish, but you can see they're all coming back, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to strip it all back. It did look like that with all the old growth, but as you can see in here, new growth's all coming through, and you can see the huge rhizome in there. So yeah, I'm not going to top it up with water, it'll top up on its own. But yeah, I got that. That's two rhizomes. One's really big and one's really small. Iris. Pond irises. So I got them free, and I'll feature a picture of them when I first got them. They were about 6 foot tall, and the other ones are smaller ones, but they flower up beautiful. I've also just noticed there's some stuff coming in here, and I have no idea what they are. Also, this is my chocolate mint, which smells gorgeous, and I've just noticed there's a load of the lily seeds in there, pond lily, and in there, so we'll see. I have saved some. I also want to say, petunias. After all them frosts we've had, petunias are still intact. Foxgloves, lupins, 3 apple trees, meant to be pink lady, but obviously I'm well aware they probably won't come out as a pink lady. So yeah, and then I've potted up these yacon, so I need to give them a little sprinkle. I think I'm going to take them home with me because I'm just scared that they freeze to death. And then I've got a little walnut tree that's actually just seen it's all coming back in bud, and that was about 50p. It was a little stick 50p from the garden centre. So yeah, I've been busy bee today. I don't really want to go home yet because it's so nice, but I have got some potting on to do at home. So yeah, so I think I'm going to call it a day. So today I'm potting on these chillies. There's several different types which I'll go over, but as you can see, they've gone really leggy. There's actually roots coming out the sides of the stems on some of them. So I've got some pots already here. I'm going to repot them as I go along. So that's my first one's complete. I've got 6 Sugar Rush Peach Stripey. I've potted them on, but I'm going to top them up with soil once I've finished, because there's going to be some spare soil. But for now, I'm just putting them in there, and unfortunately the pots aren't tall enough for me to, you know, plant them too deep. So for now, I'm just putting them in there and they'll be absolutely fine, I hope. But yeah, so they're the Sugar Rush Peach Stripey. Next, I don't know how it's pronounced, Aji Lemon Drop is the next one. So yeah, I will top them up shortly and I'll show you how I get on. So that's all the chilies and so on potted up. We've got Aji Lemon Drops, Sugar Rush Peach Stripey, there's some golden pepper dews, a couple of aubergines, I think, some Californian sweet peppers, and said Aji Lemon Drop, and some candy canes. My Thor's Thunderbolts I've not potted on, I've run out of pots, but they are very tiny anyway, so it's not vital. Just got one that's got a curl leaf there, so I think it's maybe too dry. It's a sign of either it could be too dry or too much moisture. So anyway, they're done now, and I'm going to go put them back under the heat. I have run out of compost, so I'll top it up tomorrow, but at least they're mainly done. Well, what a glorious, glorious day so far. It's Monday the 12th of February, it's bloody cold, but I'm here. I've come to trim the brambles down at the back of my plot. I've nearly done it, nearly there. So I've come to do that, and then I'll show you afterwards how it's turned out. I then need to cover it with weed suppressant, but I don't think I'll be doing that today. It needs raking, weed suppressant, and then I've got some brambles to trim back from over some black tarp that I've laid down that borders my plot and my neighbouring plot. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. Hello, hello, hello. So today, it is the day after yesterday, so this Tuesday is it the 13th? And I have got something to show you. So I have finally, I'm just going to pick my glove up. Ooh, I have finally finished the back fence. Check that out. So I'll show you a bit better, hang on. So this back fence now is actually almost clear of the brambles. I can't strip the ones in between the two fences, but if you see how clear it is to on there, I'm so pleased, because I've just cleared so much of it. It's about 12, must have been about 12 foot deep, like I've said, and about the same in height, and I've just measured, it's 16 metres long, that fence, which is 54 foot wide, so that's a huge fence to have cleared by hand. Now my next predicament is that I saw. So when I was cutting basically down here, whoever's had it before, I've started clearing it and I thought I'd better show you what I'm doing. So that was all embedded. There's a bag there that's actually got rubbish in it that I've started clearing, and that's a bag of rubbish. But down here is just rubble. Now I've cleared that. That looks a million times better than it was. There's a bag obviously there, and that's my rake. But this here is a shack, ugly looking thing on a caravan base. So like the trailer frame, which is absolutely, it's a shame because there's a concrete base under there. I just don't understand it. So anyway, so at the moment I've been wondering what to do. I've asked on a local group, right, what do I do, because that fence there is right onto the school field, so it goes right the way along right to there. You see it's all fallen in and stuff. There's all wood and all sorts, broken wood, broken pallets, all sorts behind this shed, and I don't really want that to be so open to the field. The only thing I can think to do is do what I've started doing, if you can see, But all the brambles, when I first started cutting them down, I started stacking them against the fence. And then I lost the will to live. But when I've been cutting the brambles down before, I've been putting them into bales. All very neat and tidy, as you can see. So I've been baling them up. So what I'm thinking is, and I've got some over there to bale up as well, that's just from the actual grassy bit here. So what I'm thinking is, all this rubble, because it is just like stone and like broken stone and bricks, I'm going to stack it all along there, get the main of the rubbish out, rake it across, stack it along there. Then I'm going to put the that there, those cute little bales, to put up against this fence, and then grow something along it. I've had some brilliant sort of suggestions. One of the ones I like the look of is the Virginia creeper, and I know it can be a bit evasive, but if I keep on top of it, it should be okay. So I'm going to grow it along there. This side, I'm not sure yet, but what I'm going to do here, I'm literally just going to rake it all over so there's no brambles to re-root, because along here the root balls on these brambles are just, I mean, just look at that. That's immense. Just an immense. There's loads of them. There's just loads of them. I mean, look. So the plan is to just rake as much as I can, get rid of it, compost it. I've actually got a specialised weed compost bin over on that far fence behind the plastic shed. So the plan is to put that, those can go over there, but the brambles can go against that hedge, and then I'm going to knock that down, because I was going to try and paint it, put a roof on it, but I don't need it, and it's so ugly. I could secure it. I mean, it's got a nice little bench there, but it's so I can save these timbers that are on the top, save all the wood that's on it that's not rotten, because it's actually not rotten. So I'm going to save the timbers that are on it as best I can, and then I'm just going to empty it. I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't really want it putting up against the fence because it is so ugly. The boards are just so ugly, and even if I painted them, they'd still be ugly. So if I can just do like I've done there and started stacking it above against the fence and then grow something along, that's the plan. But you can see I've got my work cut out, and this is how it's been. I'll just put the camera down there. You can see I've had my work cut out the entire time with regard to this, but yeah, I'm pleased with the progress. Right, so that's me done for the day. I've shown you a bit about my shed, I think, and not knowing really what to do with it. I've done a bit of clearing. I'm still none the wiser. I know that regardless, I'm going to put the brambles up against the fence. That's happening regardless of whether I keep that shed shack thing or not. I just don't know really what to do with the rest of it. I think one of my rose bushes has died. I have two there. Where's the other one gone? Oh, I've lost it. Oh no, it's there. It's there. It's going backside. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to do, and it's given me a bit of emotional jip, a mental jip, not emotional, mental jip, because I know the right thing, and it's not even head over heart. It's like, I just know it's going to be loads of hard work, and I want to get on with doing everything else now. And I could technically just leave it, but it's on my mind all the time. Like those brambles, where I've got rid of those, and I've still got loads to get rid of on the tarp. But I kind of just want one way or another with the shed in the corner. Anyway, I'm babbling. So right, I'm going to go get some lunch. Speak to you soon.